Welcome back, agents. Secret Agent Stash here, and I'm excited today because our agents have apprehended the incredibly elusive, the ever magnanimous Paul Bettner. He is the co-founder of Wildcard, one of the best games we've played here in the Web3 ecosystem. And today we've got him here for an interrogation, and we're going to put him into the box. Paul, how's it going? Welcome to the box.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for being here, I guess. But yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for having me.
Well, I mean, you didn't have much of a choice.
That's right, exactly. But thank you anyway for dragging me into this little box. I appreciate it.
When I put my agents to task, nothing's off the table, friends. Nothing's off the table.
Yeah. But like we were talking about earlier, you got the second in command. I mean, if I'm honest, my wife, our co-founder, Wildcard, she's really the boss. But I'm the best you could get. I understand, and I'll do my best for this.
You know, I'll have to make a note for the agents here on that one next time. Like, come on, guys. This is not the big guy. Okay, it doesn't matter. We got Paul here.
Hi.
He is the genius, the man, half of the genius behind what is Wildcard. And this is by far one of my favorite games in Web3 right now. Probably one of the most polished games, I would say, in a lot of respects. And definitely high action. Like when you talk about like people, I hear this all the time. And, you know, I'm actually releasing a video about some of my top upcoming games, which you guys are on. But people say, oh, there's no good crypto games. All of them suck. There's nothing good. Everything is just trash. And I'm like, that's because you just don't know. You clearly have not been watching my channel. But Paul and Wildcard have been doing a great job. Tell us real quick, just give us a quick overview about what Wildcard is. So those who do not know, hear it straight from the number two's mouth.
Wildcard's like a collectible MOBA for people who love action games rather than MOBAs. So it's definitely like for people who love MOBAs and they play it, they're like, this is a MOBA. For people who like action games and hate MOBAs, they play it and they're like, I love this game. And I'm like, you just said you love a MOBA and you don't like MOBA. So,
Gotcha.
And actually, that's kind of what we were trying to do this whole time. Like we come from the background of building real-time strategy games. So this is the same team, goes back with me 25 years. We worked on Age of Empires together, all the Age of Empires games, part of that company, Ensemble Studios. These are the same wonderful people that have been following me around, and I've been following them around for our whole careers. And we've sort of seen this evolution of real-time strategy genre towards games that were even more accessible, right? This is what led from RTSs like Age of Empires to MOBAs like League of Legends and Dota to even more casual versions of that like Clash Royale and auto battlers. And we wanted to take the next step. We wanted to make a game that was even more accessible, even more appealing to a broader range of gamers, not just necessarily people who are into strategy games, but also people who love action games. And so that's what Wildcard is. It's a mashup of collectible mechanics, action gameplay, and strategic real-time gameplay from something like a MOBA.
No, you described it perfectly. I think that exactly sums it up because it is, when we talk about genre blending type of games, Wildcard really, out of so many games that I have played, exemplifies a really great mashup of two genres that people tend to like. And we see this time to time, but it doesn't always work out so well.
No, oh God.
It doesn't always work out so well. So
if you had held a gun to my head 5 years ago and said what kind of game, if I had like a time machine, I would have never gone back and told myself to do this kind of game. Because trying to evolve the real-time strategy genre, trying to mash different genres together has been incredibly challenging. And I think we're in a lucky position that we have actually been working on this game for a while. It didn't start life as a crypto game. It turns out that actually in our case, like, crypto is the thing that we were looking for. It's the thing that we needed to really realize the vision of Wildcard rather than the other way around. But because of that, anyway, we've been building this game for a long time. And it took us several years to even just find out how to make that mashup fun of strategy and action. But now we're there. Now we have a lot more content to build. We got a lot more creatures. We got new game modes. We got a lot of stuff we got to explore and still finish. But I love hearing you say it. And obviously a lot of folks in our community who have gotten a chance to play the game have shared the same feedback with us, which is people really love the formula that we've uncovered here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with them, and I'm excited for the future of what Wildcard is bringing. Now, just to kind of give you guys a recap of where we're at with the game, it is technically still in kind of closed access, right? I mean, we've gated it now kind of by, Genesis holder passes. If you have a Genesis NFT, you get access to these weekly play tests that you guys hold at certain times, right? But now you've expanded that.
Yeah.
And if you hold a Genesis pass, there's even more utility now for this thing where you can invite some friends to come along with you and play. And so it's not just you versus like some randos.
That's right. And we have been doing this now almost daily, running these play tests. We've gotten to the point where our play testers are starting to like explore the meta there and trying different deck builds, different strategies. And there's just there's a line that goes out the door of people that want to play the game. And so we thought, rather than just like throwing the doors open, which is kind of hard on us. We're still a small team, or we're just very focused and we can't absorb like a ton of feedback. It was like, well, what's the best way to sort of gradually expand that audience, but continue to keep value for our holders of the Wild Pass? And so our team came up with that idea of doing like a program where people could invite 5 of their friends, and like, this is the best thing ever. So yeah, that just launched yesterday. So that's
no, and it's great. And so as I'm saying, so being able to continue to provide utility for NFT holders is a hard thing to do on a long road of development. A lot of people start to get jaded.
The best kind of utility is fun, right? Like of course there's utility of like, access, hey, we've airdropped you some other token or some other whatever. But like, I actually think that the best situation we could be in is one where the utility that people actually want from us and want from the Wild Pass is just fun they can have together with their friends. So yeah, this is my favorite kind of utility in Web3 is like, hey, you all want to play the game, let's expand that, let's let more people in, let's have fun playing together.
Perfect. Yeah, I love it. Okay, now we've gotten the pleasantries.
Okay.
We've gotten the pleasantries out of the way.
Don't bring the pliers out, please.
Paul,
what?
If I need to start pulling fingernails, this is gonna get tough. It's gonna. We could go the easy way or the hard way, and I have some pretty important questions to ask you. Number one, this is a quick one. Okay, first up,
pliers down.
If we were going to have a real life wild card match, and it was Elon Musk versus Mark Zuckerberg in the arena, who is going to win this wild card match?
All right. 4 years ago, no, more than that. Gosh, this would have been 8 years ago now. I was in Zuckerberg's office working on Words with Friends for Facebook, and he came by eating a bowl of cereal, and I got a chance to meet the guy, got a chance to talk games with him. Haven't had that opportunity with Elon Musk, but I think we're all aware that he's a pretty hardcore gamer. So this isn't even close. It's definitely going to Elon Musk in terms of who would be. Yeah, it's not even close. That guy plays an unhealthy amount of video games. And Zuck, like, he likes video games, but he's more the casual guy. And I think Wildcard's going to favor somebody who has more of a dedicated career to video games like Musk has.
Okay. Now, plot twist. What if it was in real life? Like, what if it was them physically, not in the game, and they had to do, like, who do you think wins then?
I got to vote for Musk again because the guy's built like me, and I'm just like SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm like all upper body breadth and width and and just mass, right? And like, sure, Zuckerberg looks in shape, but he's kind of a small guy. So I'm going for us just tackling the shit out of him, taking him to the ground.
All right, manhandling. I've seen both of them when they had this big drama here just a week or so ago, where Musk is challenging Zuckerberg to a cage match, and and then we know Zuckerberg, he's been training jujitsu. And then we was like, oh my gosh, I don't know, Zuck, man, he's looking pretty fit. And then we saw Musk also getting in the ring with some jiu-jitsu, and it was like, oh, actually, no, Elon, actually, oh my gosh, this could be a good match.
Do we even care who wins? We all just want to see them punch each other.
Oh yeah, we do. Could we do this? Okay, could we build a physical representation of the stadium? Well, what's the stadium called? I always forget. What's the name of the stadium?
Oh, Frostburg. Yeah, Frostburg.
Can we build a real life Frostburg, and then you guys sponsor the match between? Since you're good friends with Zuck already, like sponsor them as a wild card sponsored match.
I think I just need to know what their nicknames are. Like, how come nobody's talking about that? What is?
Okay. So here's the thought.
So that's their names. I want to know their nicknames, their ring names, right? Like what they go by.
Well, we don't have to go that far, right? We just put Musk in the Bulger costume, and then we put Zuck in the Lock costume.
That's exactly the right pairing. Definitely, Musk is not fitting into the Lock's. It's like kind of Iron Man svelte armor. That's
you literally developed it like this on purpose. I know this. That's where I'm putting the things together. I'm connecting the dots.
He's got to grow out the beard like me. He's got to turn into more of the mountain man, the forest guy. He's got to put on some flannel and whatever if he wants to cosplay as Bolgar. But yeah, I think that'd be great. I'd love to see them beat each other in a video game too. I can't believe that hasn't really come out yet because I know Musk
that'd be way easier to do. Way easier to organize. Maybe it could be in Wildcard.
We are ready to host that cage match in Frostburn. Let it be here, here. Dropping that alpha.
I'll be your co-anchor. We'll commentate together, and I'll co-anchor it. Me and you.
That's a great one.
Yeah, it's great. Okay. We need some. Okay, what we really need here is we need some juicy details on something that is upcoming for Wildcard. Like I said, we know where we're at right now. The game is playable if you have a Genesis Pass, which you can go pick up on Magic Eden.
Yep.
And there's a couple different colors you can get. Gold is the best. Don't tell anybody. But and that's something. What's some of these colors? Do we know? We don't know what's up with these colors.
Like so for the people deep in the community, we actually sent out an insider a survey that allowed people to identify what color they were. It's kind of like the the sorting hat in Harry Potter. Like I saw it. So there was a way for people to tell, but we're not going any further than that yet in terms of telling what the colors are. That's kind of some deep lore. But I will tell you something. There's a brand new mode debuting in Frostburn soon. Something that nobody's ever seen. Something you haven't played yet. So
something I haven't even played?
You haven't even played yet. The version you played is kind of our simplest default way of playing. It's just run across the field, destroy the base. That's it, right? We always wanted Wildcard to have more of a sports feeling even to it than that. More about scoring points and kind of like having different plays that you can pull off rather than just run across, destroy the base. That's a little more video gamey. We want to, and that's great, but we want to lean even more heavily into feeling like you're watching a live sporting event. So this new mode, we don't even have a name for it yet. That's how raw and new this information is. But the team's been working on it in secret now for 2 months. And our design team is only internal. They haven't shown this to anyone. But this new mode is all about not just taking down the base, but getting your creatures through the base to score. So it's more like you're trying to make a touchdown with your
touchdown.
Rather than just trying to beat that base up. And I've been playing it. You're going to play it soon. Maybe some of your agents are going to play it soon. What's really important to me, and this is like the most important thing that I need to hear from you and from your agents, especially the ones who got a chance to play the old version or the current version, we're going to play this new version. It's got to be even more fun. We're not searching for this kind of like alternate modes. Like we want to find the one definitive mode that is so good. And the thing about Wildcard is the core gameplay is there, right? Summoning creatures, going to battle, running around as your champion to support them, that all feels great. But it seems to us that the drama of the match itself could be even further amped up. And that's what this is about. It's about getting those clutch moments of like, oh shit, the score is this to this. And these kind of moments that you can have in a basketball game or a soccer game where it just feels like everything's on the line and someone's trying to pull off some amazing thing right before the clock clicks down. And that's what we're pushing for. That's what this new mode is about. You're hearing about it here first. I can't wait for people to play it. We're desperately trying to get it into everybody's hands. It's got to pass through me first. I got to say, this is at least as much fun, if not more, than the version people are currently playing out there. So the team's kind of stressing about that. I've got a big playtest coming up. What day is it? Coming up tomorrow.
If you need a partner, you need someone to smash on you, I'm always available.
You've played the game more than almost anyone outside of our studio. So you are going to be a key person that we hit up and ask what you think.
Wait, did you mean I've lost more at the game than anybody outside of the studio? Is that what you meant?
That's good too. I mean, you
guys be setting me up. You set me up for destruction and defeat every time. I swear.
Hey, you know what? You
knew Locke was OP. You knew Locke was OP.
I did. Somebody did. I didn't. Yeah, that was rough that last time. And when you know what? You were vindicated though. You played Locke. And you took it because you played Locke, and so you proved that you were right there. So
Allie's she's a better competitor. She's what can I say? She's small, but she's mighty.
She is fierce.
Small and fierce. I like her. I like her cut. I like how she gets out there and just destroys the competition.
Yeah, she is amazingly good.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting. I want to,
Yeah.
I mean, that, because okay, I understand exactly why you're doing this. And I think it is actually a really great shift because it gives you multiple points within a match to be excited
Yes.
about
That's
versus there's just
exactly
one
right.
end goal. It's one,
Yes.
I'm excited.
And
Okay,
we
he
don't- we
won.
don't
Great.
want that.
Yeah.
Right. We don't want that, like, because that just feels repetitive, right? If you go
Yes.
watch like your favorite sporting event, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, you have these moments of like the ebb and flow of the drama over the course of the match. It doesn't just all feel like one thing. It's just score your one goal and you're done. And so
Yeah.
that's exactly why we're pushing for it. And that's where you should hold us to. It should feel like that. That's what we're hoping, that you come back to us once you play it and your agents play it and you're like, yeah, you did. You nailed that goal. That's what we need to hear.
I love it. That's the most exciting news that I've heard about Wildcard since yesterday.
It's so big. I hope the team doesn't kill me, but I know they're working hard. I know they want more than anything for the world to know about this work they're doing, and they can't wait to get in people's hands. So neither can I, and that's what's coming.
Yeah, it's all good. Everyone will be excited about this. So when we talk about future plans for Wildcard, I know you guys got a couple other things that are cooking, but what is it like when we look long term here? What is your goal with the long term of, when do we launch on like a Steam or an Epic Games, which is better? I prefer Epic, but
Yeah. So it's definitely gonna be Epic. We already have a deal with them. We've already been working with them on several other games. We have a deal with actually all of the console developers too, but it's still kind of an unanswered question which consoles are going to allow what kind of crypto apps and what kind of form.
Yeah.
Let's just say it's an ongoing conversation, but Wildcard has always been designed to be a fully cross-platform game across all consoles and PC. Anyway, to answer your question, next year is the year that Wildcard goes into that crucial phase of like open beta. Like you said, right now we're doing kind of this like closed alpha where we're working with a small team of our holders and folks like yourself to play the game, give us that crucial feedback. It's really great because those people are like, the quality feedback we get with that smaller group is way higher than if it was just like we threw the doors open and anyone can tell us whatever they think about the game. But we have to get to that point next year. So that's coming, open beta next year. Knock on wood. And again, this is not something that should go on paper at the moment, but our hope would be to get to like a 1.0 release of Wildcard within 18 months. That's what we've said this, for a while now. So I think we started saying 18 months like 4 months ago. So you can kind of do the math, right? We'll see. The big thing is, people ask us this question all the time. Like, wait, so I've seen Locke and Bolgar, but it's got to be more champions, right? Of course there's more champions coming. I've seen two factions. Kronos, which is the kind of yellow faction that Locke is a part of, and Lubabub, which is the green faction that Bolgar's. There's got to be more factions, right?
Sure.
Of course there's more.
Maybe there's like a spy or a secret agent themed faction. I don't know where you could take inspiration for something like that, but
that faction would be, because there's 8 colors of wild passes out there. Like, yeah, I'd be curious.
It might be a good one for red. Or gold, just saying.
You know what I think would be really interesting? If one of your agents infiltrated and found like a new creature or even got some intel on one of those champions. That's something that, you guys have the insight. I could see something like that happening. There's a whole pipeline of new content that's being developed right now that nobody knows about that. I just think that maybe you want to have me or the real boss, like we talked about in the beginning, my wife, the co-founder, Wild Kate, get her in the box. Maybe you could squeeze her for some of that information. But yeah, there's.
I'll bring something more threatening than the pliers next time. I mean, but have you ever had a fingernail pulled out?
No, I've had a tooth pulled out. Doesn't that work?
Ooh, I don't know, man. Usually they give you some Novocaine for that. This is just raw fingernails. And so if you don't give me the information, then that's what's going to happen to you.
Rude.
I mean, that's just policy here at the agency. I don't know what to tell you.
I know. I got it.
This is how we get the details.
You know what? I'll give you the information. You can threaten me, and that's fine. I'll give you the information.
You make it easy on me.
There's so much content being built, especially around the creatures. There's so many creatures in the pipeline that we're play testing that folks are going to see soon, and even like the way in which we're going to be debuting those new creatures into playtest for the community is a lot of fun. That's also coming up this year. The thing that we get to do right now is really precious to me and to us. We get to play and work with, really collaborate with folks like your community, like yourself and your agents who have play tested the game, who have given us feedback, who are helping us make the game better, giving us their thoughts on, I think this creature is too OP. I think this one needs to be buffed. Like that, going back to the beginning of my career, working on Age of Empires 15, 20 years ago, I never got to do that. We didn't have Discord. We didn't have any of these things. We didn't have streamers.
Connectivity was not there,
yeah, communities. So like, I feel like a superpower for us is working with folks like yourself and your communities to help us make this into the greatest game ever. And that's what we're in the middle of right now. It's the best feeling.
Well, I'm happy to be a part of the journey, a part of the ride. I love what you guys are doing at Wildcard. Definitely keep it up. I guess we can let you out of the box now. We've gotten the information, the intel that we need. Next time, agents, get the number one. But I think that's all we have for today, agents. As always, this briefing never happened. Secret Agent Stash, over and out.
Secret Agent Stash. Secret Agent Stash.